Hello and
means we
hi.
have
3 other characters to play through. We'll just go through some backstory on them.
You guys all are playing Bobby the backup bard.
I mean,
Instead we're just playing well, what's the game? Everyone's John, right?
everyone is John. Yes.
Yeah. But no, we are here with
No.
Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Last session was session number 1. All of our players here, they met up at a lovely carnival that travels the plains of the world, and is now resting on the mortal plane. They all were pulled to this area because they had a sense of loss and regret, something surrounding this carnival. They weren't really sure. It was a memory that they remember as a child, but for some reason or another, recently, the feeling has resurfaced. Now, they did a bunch of weird things. They helped a displacer beast find find a missing child. They went for the dragonfly rides and dealt with that little disaster where Jakar saw some figure, and then the feasting orchard where Drakar also won the cupcake eating contest and got a potion or a cupcake of invisibility. Where we left off was you guys were all basically passed out. It's getting close to hour 4, so there's going to be a big top event. You don't have to go, but it is free and it does not cost you a ticket punch. And where we left off was basically everyone who participated in the cupcake eating contest and failed is covered in custard, and Drakar is victorious. What would you all like to do while you're all around this feasting orchard?
Take a nap. So we have to go to the big top, right? That's our next objective out
You-
of character.
You
I
don't
think that's
have
4
to.
hours later.
Well, no, I'm saying about probably like 3.5 hours have passed by of you guys kind of like going and doing things, or maybe like 3 hours. So the big top event's coming up. It happens at hour 4, and the carnival lasts for 8 hours. So, and basically the big top event is the big event. You don't have to go, you don't want to, but that is happening at hour 4 regardless.
Say we go to the big top.
Do you think we have time to ride the swans, or should we just go to the big top?
Oh, anything fast.
Out of character, real quick, I think me and Tiara are still over at the bar because we were watching from a distance and having a drink. So I don't know if we're close enough to hear you. Just
Walk
saying.
over to have this conversation, I think, or
I turn and shout.
some waddle.
Do you guys want to go to swans? Do we not have enough time to go to the, should we go straight to the big top? We got like 30 minutes.
I think we need some time before a new ride.
Well, like, are the swans like? I think you just like float around on them, right? Like, if the line isn't too long, we can just like hop on a swan.
Okay, let's go check out. Let's at least go look at
Yeah.
the swans. Like I
We
don't
can walk
feel
by
like
and
about.
just see how long the line is.
Also, guess I'm shy. Does the bar have any towels?
Oh, why? You see a little kind of gnome poke his head out from basically a little stall. He kind of like huffs and puffs as he like kind of curiously looks up as he hears you yell. He looks over, sees you plastered in custard, and kind of relieves a sigh, and he grabs a couple towels and runs over to you and goes, "Well, here you go, sir." And then he just
Thing.
walks away.
Oh, cool. All
Wait,
right.
Before you go, do you have another skinny
What?
margarita for us on the road?
Walk me
Um,
down.
Well, here, it'll cost you 1 ticket punch.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. He takes your ticket, stamps it, walks back over to the little star and for the stall. He basically grabs a little kind of mug, and he dips it in kind of a red liquid, and then he takes a handful of like salt, just rubs it on the rim, then he hands it over to you. Here you go, strawberry margarita.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yep. And
I got one for Cagnar as well, right? You wanted a drink?
Of course. The more the merrier.
and that'll be
Wait, I can get a whole round of drinks, I think.
okay. I need a punch a ticket for all of them.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 more punches.
Yep. He takes your ticket, goes, and he goes,
So
"Whoa,
is this like a yard sized marg?
Mard? What?
Yeah, like one of those like really tall, like.
Punch bowl.
Oh,
Like,
oh.
Is this a punch bowl? Is this like a yard? Like
It's
what's this container?
The margarita is probably just a margarita barrel, with a bucket of salt sitting next to it.
But
No.
the thing that I'm holding.
Oh,
Our
it's
glasses.
normal, probably pint size.
Okay, cool.
Stein. Okay, you can't use fancy
Stein.
words. I'm not smart.
Margarita Stein.
it's a bite. You were good.
Hellstein.
Yeah. So you guys all get your drinks. What would you all like? We have meads, margaritas, and yeah, what would you like? The little gnome looks towards all of you.
I think we should all get the margaritas because they are awesome.
Do you just have like mead? I'll take mead.
Okay, 1 mead and 3 margaritas.
Yeah, me for sure.
2. He like goes down to a more of a keg with like a little like tap, a wooden keg. He pours out 2 meads and then hands them over, and then he goes back, since you guys haven't said anything, and he dips 2 more kind of pint-sized things into the red barrel with the red liquid, and then grabs hands full of salt and rubs it on the rims of the mugs and hands them over to you. What do you guys, and I'm assuming you guys drink, have a good time. Cagnar, are you gonna be chugging this beer again too? Or is this a sipping
Yes.
beer? All right.
He's gonna be chugging. That's his weakness. We got to play the character's weakness. He's drinking it pretty good.
Okay. You want to give me a constitution check? Because last time you were getting pretty
Yeah,
drunk.
he's already kind of tipsy. Nothing like a drunken dwarf. 1 second, let me pull up my character sheet so we can do the cool clicking of the Constitution.
The clickety click.
Come on, roll 20. Be nice.
Maybe.
Character sheet. There we go. All right, Constitution is here. Click on it. Boom. There we go.
Boom. Okay. So yeah, you're feeling pretty good. I would say you're still keeping it back. But yeah, you're definitely getting to the drunk stage. Advancing quickly, but you do this a lot. You're holding it. You're either putting up one hell of a facade, or your dwarven blood is honestly keeping you quite coherent. And then so our group walks over to the gondolas, where they see basically a couple giant kind of swans with a little thing on their back, floating around. And
Are these live animals or are these like statue figure floaty devices?
They are enormous swans. They're alive. With like kind of little things on their back. Enormous swans glide through the water here, pulling ornate wooden gondolas draped in flowers. The swans disappear into the banks of silver mist as they wind down their way down the river. A jetty ahead, you see a swan preening its feathers. It seems that no one's really in line. It's just a swan waiting for somebody to hop into the gondola. What do you do?
You guys just want to go to the big top?
Is it one per gondola?
No, it's 8 people. 8 of you can fit on this gondola. It's a pretty big gondola. So all of you could fit on it.
If someone's attending it, I'll ask how long the ride lasts.
So the swan kind of looks at you. I'm assuming you would probably, because all you really see is the swan there. And the swan replies back, it shouldn't be too long. It's just a quick, measly roundabout of the entire carnival. So, I would say 20-30 minutes.
Think we'll make it in time for the big top event?
I mean, you should. The whole event lasts for an hour, so you'll be able to hop in during it anyways, even if we were a little late.
Sounds
Guys,
great.
All right.
Big seats.
Guys, did everybody else heard the swan?
Yeah. The swan seemed really nice.
Are you not used to
Does-
birds
does-
talking?
No, I've had animals and things speak to me before. It's a thing I have. But they usually don't talk to other people.
I mean, like, this one is, like, really big, so I'm guessing it talks, like, a lot better than, like, the tiny things that probably talk to you. Like, I think that's why I'm so good at talking as, like, rabbit. Like, I'm just really...
Size matters.
Yeah.
Alright, just making sure I'm not losing my mind here, okay?
Yes.
Do we need to punch the cards, or do we just hop in the boat?
It would be a ticket punch, but you can punch it once we get back.
That's great.
What?
All
All right.
The gnome who usually watches this over, he's on a bathroom break right now. Once I'll drop you back off right here, and he would probably stamp your ticket.
All right.
So are you guys agreeing to this?
Yeah, I'm hopping in.
But now I'm uncomfortable.
Cagnar is straight up, glassy-eyed, squinty-eyed, staring at the swan, jaw slightly opened. Definitely looks confused.
So the swan notices this, and she basically takes her head and bows it down. She goes, "My name is Featherine. I will be your guide." And basically, yeah, she's like, I'll take you all around the carnival, and it'll be a little joyous ride where we can basically relax and talk.
Sounds so great. Do you mind if we have our drinks in the gondola with you?
That is fine. Just make sure to keep them in the vehicle, in the gondola.
That's no problem.
Okay, so you guys hop in, and this it's kind of like a normal kind of gondola. It's just basically wooden. It's nothing too fancy. This swan Featherine basically takes you at a pretty steady pace. She's quiet for a bit, and then she kind of pipes up probably like a minute into the conversation and says, "May I ask you some questions?"
Sure.
Gee, by the way, nice to meet you, Featherine.
Oh, why thank you.
Ricardi Pepto. Yo
What?
Pepto.
Oh. Well, because this is going to be a bit of a ride, and I don't know, I like talking. How about, what is joy? And she kind of like looks at all of you.
What do you,
Stabbing a goblin through the heart.
wow. Do you mean the concept of joy, or do you mean like, what's the context for this question? Why are you
Just what is
why?
joy? Is it? I mean,
Think-
Jack Harrow over there says, I guess, acts of strength for him seems to be like joy.
It sounded more like an act of violence.
Oh, I
I
mean,
consider it more of an act of revenge.
okay, so Jack Harrow thinks revenge equals joy. What about the rest of you?
Joy is a moonlit night. The finest glass of mead. Being with the ones that you care about. And probably eating confections.
Yes, queen.
Although I'm pretty bad about that, apparently. As I continue to wipe more cupcake custard off my body.
Interesting. I think it's finding your purpose and doing that purpose.
I know what my purpose is.
I swear to God, if you say stabbing, Drakar, do not say stabbing goblins in the heart. Because I don't know how I feel about that.
A swift axe to the neck works too.
Oh God.
Hmm.
I
Ragnar's
offer,
gonna nod his head.
I offer Drakar the towel.
Thank you.
Okay, and
So what is your purpose, Swan?
is to bring enjoyment and talk about and discover the meanings of life. I like talking and I like learning people's stories. That's honestly what brings me joy. These nice quiet nights and talking about life and things and trying to learn.
Well, I have a question for you. Have you always been able to talk?
Why, yes, I'm from the Fae. There's lots of magics there.
No, I'm familiar with the Fae. I get that.
Okay. Well then.
But I don't think I've ever seen a swan as big as you. I did
you
see a
do-
pretty surly
Don't be
goose once.
rude. Swan, you
You-
look great, alright? Feathery, like, you look so good.
You'd be amazed by the number of animals that randomly speak to you.
Well, actually, that brings up a good point. How do I know I exist? She asks you all.
How much time is left on this ride?
About 10 minutes.
Okay.
The existential squander.
I just gotta ask, was that in character or is that out of character?
That was in character.
Okay, just checking.
Oh, okay. Well then, if that's the case, everyone give me a DC for dexterity. I almost told you the DC. Give me a dex check. Because Bjorn doesn't want to be nice to the...
Wait, saving throw or just check?
Just
Now,
a check, I guess.
let me at least.
Saving
How
throw.
about I what if I roll persuasion to not sound like I'm saying it like an
Are
asshole?
you-
Because I don't don't think I said that sounding
No,
like an asshole.
you did. You didn't. Well, you didn't answer her
Yeah,
question.
you kind of did.
Okay. Well,
You kind of did.
Instead of answering a question, you asked a question.
yeah. Tiara, are you proficient in dexterity? I'm assuming you're not. You
No.
can. No. Okay,
No.
so you're
You
But
wanted a
the
dex
saving.
save, right?
Yeah.
A dex saving throw would not have helped me in this.
So
Yeah,
what
that's
about
why
me
I
back-
asked.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Tiara, once Bjorn asked this question, Featherine kind of lets out a huff, and she shakes her back, which shakes the gondola, and Tiara falls out.
My-
Oh,
Margarita definitely spills into the river, explicitly against
right.
what Featherine told us to start.
We've committed 2 crimes this night.
Cagnar's gonna drop his drink and run to the edge. Does someone have a rope? Quick!
I'll toss them my rope.
Okay. So who's gonna throw the rope?
I'll throw the rope.
Okay. Give me a sleight of hand. I believe would be the normal check.
Oh.
You're kind of like sitting there, like still covered in custard, probably still muttering about the goblin and what joy is. You just kind of like toss it, and it goes nowhere near Tiara.
Is this a magic rope?
How fast is this swan moving?
She's not moving that fast.
Featherine, please stop. I didn't mean to offensify it. It's just that that's a really heavy question to ask if there's, you know, a short amount of time left on this ride.
She then just kind of like stops. Tiara, do you swim back?
Yeah, I'm trying to swim back, and if I can find my margarita cup, I'm going to try to not litter. But
Okay, give me a perception check. The perception. Okay, yeah. You kind of see it. Luckily, it's kind of still teetering on the top. It kind of looks like it's upside down. So it probably like 5 feet away, but it's completely empty. But luckily there's an air bubble in it that's keeping it afloat.
Okay, I grab that and try to swim back to the gondola.
Okay.
Cagnar's gonna reach out his hand to try to reach for Tiara.
Okay. Yeah, I think it would be easy enough especially with Cagnar's help. He lifts you up and you are all back into the boat. It seems Featherine is just going to be quiet now, and you guys continue on your ride. So you can continue talking, but Featherine is not having any of it. So is it a quiet 10 minutes all the way back?
We're role-playing this. It's going to be dead silent for the next 10 minutes on this channel.
I kind of stare and look at my empty margarita glass, and I'm a little sad.
I'll hand you my margarita glass. It's probably half full.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I
Had a lot of cupcakes.
Thank you. Did you like the margarita? Like, I don't know if anybody else here has had a margarita before. They're like pretty famous where I'm from, so like I was surprised they even had them here.
Where are you from?
I'm
Fantasy Mexico. It's fine.
Well, I like came here from the city, but I was actually like from a little small town. I forget the name of. I need to look at the map.
You didn't pick a town. You just picked an area.
Yeah, I did pick it. Okay, great. I was from like a little town called Featherston.
Kin.
Actually.
I believe you picked. Yeah, you picked Kin. Khin.
Khin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm from a little town called Kin. And you know, I was living there for a little bit, and stuff didn't really work out for me there. So then I kind of went to the big city, and you know, was trying to figure out what my destiny was in the stars and stuff like that. You know.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. Doesn't help when your husband cheats on you. That kind of like really ruins the vibe in the town. So yeah.
Oh. I didn't know you were married once.
Yeah, I was, and yeah, my husband cheated on me with a turtle, which was kind of it really kind of stung. So yeah, it was a little hard, you know. I thought I was like finally able to like kind of figure out and explore for myself a little bit. And as soon as I started to do that, he cheated on me, which was, you know, like not great. So then, you know, kind of decided to come here and just try to start fresh.
Are there railings or anything on the side of the gondola?
Yeah, I would say it's like a normal boat. So you're probably all sitting down, and it probably comes up so you can it's like an armrest height while you're sitting down.
Fair enough. Just gonna say, Cagnar's gonna cross his arms and lean back and listen. Such a dangerous group to ride things with.
I didn't mean any offense by it. It's just there's some philosophical questions that require more effort to answer and more time.
Well,
I've traveled with you now twice on Beast We Ride. This is the second time we've ended up off of it. Gravity likes us too much here.
All right,
Is
you're
gravity
right.
in the Feywild?
You're
I
not
don't-
wrong. You're not
It
wrong.
might be different.
I think dwarves should just stay on land.
Okay.
On land, inland, anything's better than falling constantly.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Learn
say.
how to fall, right?
Are we
Wings
there
out.
yet?
Yeah, I was about to say. I think you guys are gonna be probably back. Another goblin, female goblin, runs up. She goes, "Oh, sorry. I need to stamp you all. Sorry. And basically holds out her hand to stamp your tickets.
I make sure Drakar's not drawing his weapon.
Jakar and using his his mind link to the swan goes, "This is joy." As right before you grab him and stop him from doing anything stupid.
Featherine probably tries to wobble again, but I'm assuming you guys were you're probably already off. And then I'm assuming, do you guys try to hold back Drakar?
No, I don't think Drakar's
Cagnar is actually going to look at Tiara and ask Tiara,
Do you still have your ticket, little one?
I don't know. I checked to see if I've got tickets.
Oh yeah, I
I had
believe.
2 tickets to start,
Yeah,
or lots of tickets. I think I
you
had 3 tickets.
you punished 5 times, and I think we did 3 last session. So I would say 1 ticket's probably completely used up.
Yeah. I have
so, yeah.
15 punches left according to my character sheet.
all right, Cagnar is going to hand his own ticket over. Just checking, make sure she didn't lose it.
Yeah, it's a little soggy. Can you still punch it if it's soggy?
Yeah, that's fine. And then she reaches over. She stamps Tiara's ticket. I'm assuming you guys all reach out your tickets to get them stamped.
Yeah.
Yes, Cagnar hands his ticket over.
Okay.
She will say, "Oh no, this is my first ticket. Do you think that's gonna impede me winning the crown?"
Well, what do you mean?
The crown, the Witchlight crown.
But it's just whoever brings the carnival the most joy is
Oh,
crowned
like
the
Frank.
monarch.
Bjorn,
Well,
It doesn't matter about the tickets. The tickets are at your pleasure.
out of
While this
character.
conversation's going on, Cagnar is going to look back at Drakar and see if Bjorn has Drakar under control.
Come on,
Somebody-
Drakar. Let's go towards the big top, big guy.
Okay.
I'm not giving my ticket to that thing.
I just want you to know that as we're walking away and I kind of step away from you, you absolutely smell like honey and wildflowers now. Congrats.
Yeah, the goblin tries to get Drakar's ticket, or at least get a
Oh,
stamp.
you're a dead body.
She can punch. I let her punch my ticket and we leave.
Okay. That happens. It's fine.
But before we go,
I'm sorry, Miss Goblin. He ate 17 cupcakes at the feasting orchard and he hasn't been right since.
And then she kind of wanders off, and she continues standing on the dock waiting for people to walk by. She doesn't seem happy.
Guys, I don't think I'm gonna have any chance in winning the crowning. of the Witchlight Monarch now because I've upset a swan.
Wait, but before we go, why don't you just go back and apologize to the swan?
No.
Like, come on, let's. I'll go with you. Come on.
N-
I grab your arm and kind of give you a little tug and bring you back to the swan.
I
Are you going to
cast
contest it?
myself onto the closest spike pit.
You guys want to give me strength checks?
No.
Contested.
All right.
Well, no,
go
it's
back
not
to the
doing anything.
swan.
It's just contested strength.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm falsely fighting Tiara because Tiara's right. I should apologize to the swan. I just don't want to. It's a pride thing, but Tiara is right. So I
And
fail
also
my.
you like made me get very wet, so like.
Tiara, I'm very sorry that you got wet. That was
Thank you
not
so
my
much.
intentions.
That was so nice. Let's also apologize to the swan too, because I think you hurt her feelings.
It's just really heavy for a swan to be talking to me about philosophical stuff when it's a swan. And when I was a kid, I was beat up by a group of swans and they stole my shoes.
Oh my
So-
gosh, I'm so sorry. That happened to
Don't
me
wear
too.
shoes.
Don't worry.
I was
I'm-
also beat up by a group of swans. It's not that rare of a thing.
Gosh, what a
I'm gonna
weird
steal your
world we
hat.
live in.
So you guys walk over. Featherine is still there. She's preening her feathers again. They got a bit ruffled after she kind of shook the gondola to knock Tiara off the edge. Okay,
Alright,
Bjorn, what do you
I-
say?
Since she didn't give us her name ever
Yes,
in
she
that
did.
whole thing. Did she? Okay, Featherine. I just came back. I want to apologize for dodging your philosophical question about the meaning of life.
Okay, do you want to give me a
Uh,
charisma check?
His
I'm
persuasion.
I'm like.
Oh, persuasion, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, can I be like
Oh,
helping
fine.
and
Well,
yes.
okay, advantage is still a 14.
Oh, cool.
I will say she kind of says apology accepted, but she's still kind of like, she looks like she accepts the apology, but she kind of doesn't believe you.
Cool. I walk away.
Okay.
Thank you, Featherine. The ride was so nice. I'm sorry about spilling the margarita, but I'd love to talk to you about philosophical ideas in the future.
Oh.
What sign are you?
I am Aquarius.
Oh my gosh, yeah, with all this water around, totally. I love it. All right, talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, bye.
I mumble something about her being more like a Gemini, and we stomp off towards. We walk off towards Big Top.
Okay.
I was also thinking that too. Okay.
So Tiara and Bjorn basically meet up back with you guys as you slowly walk towards the big top. Passing a bunch of stalls, it's padded down grass, glowing bushes. It's very, very Fey wildy here. Even though this is on the world of Tyrantum, as you get closer to the big top, you see lights that hush. Lights dim and a hush falls over the crowd. As a second later, a spotlight illuminates an elven figure sitting in a silver hoop. Suspended above the center ring by silk ropes, the elk wears a dazzling suit of diamond pane mirrors and a pair of butterfly wings. His scepter is topped with a spinning vane. I'm trying to get the voice back. Welcome one and all to this evening's extravaganza. I am Mr. Light and prepare to be delighted. As this is the scene as you guys basically walk in, is happening. You guys arrived basically just on time. In the middle, you see a bunch of basically different creatures. You see mermaids, you see a bugbear. The mermaids are singing, the bugbear is lifting giant crates and carts. And basically everyone's just having a good time. You see a mime in the distance, who's kind of like playing silent games with the audience, and fairy dragons flying around with dazzlers all about them. You guys basically see this for a while. Do you go anywhere or check anything out?
So, Damarath, or Jakar, walks slowly up to his dwarven companion here and goes, "Look, fish people."
As
I don't
Are
think
there-
you can say fish people like that.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Are there places to sit, like bleachers or chairs or anything, or is it just like all opened?
I would probably say, yeah, there's places to sit. There's probably kind of like some rafter bleacher like thing kind of going all around the big top. And like I said, there's different areas where Bugbear is lifting heavy things, the mermaids are singing, a mime is playing silent games, and fairy dragons flying around spreading cheer. And even a tiefling trapezist, and all the fun sights.
Bjorn, hide your face. Drilla told us that Mr. Light only likes smiling faces.
What do you mean? Oh yeah, you're right.
Actually, I don't know if Beaks will have smiles. Is this a smile?
Oh my god.
It's just a
Wait,
question.
okay, so don't smile.
Maybe he means a smile on your heart. Or some sort of deep thing like that. I think
Are
I
you
said on that.
capable of your heart smiling?
Yes.
Oh, good.
I still
but-
feel joy in spite of the fact that my face doesn't work anymore.
Oh, that's good. Do you think those bugbears were the ones that were guarding the camp before?
I didn't get a good look. Tiara is the one who got close enough to check it out. We'd have to talk to her.
Same as the bugbears that were guarding.
Give me an investigation check, because you're trying to like piece together whether the bugbear you're seeing. Yeah, I would say, yeah, you probably recognize this. Looks very similar to the bugbear that was standing next to basically the staff area behind the big top.
Is the is the jester also out here that I saw back in that staff area?
I'll just roll dice. No, you don't see him around.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's the same bugbear that I saw. I don't see the jester that was there though, so maybe we can go back there and check it out. Might be cool. We might be able to see Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. That'd be fun.
Mr. Light's up in the hoop.
Oh, he's up in the hoop?
Mhm.
Okay, sorry. There's like a lot going on right now. I got a little bit of like, yeah.
But the camp
Ragnar is
might be
going to
guarded.
start walking away from the group slowly while keeping his eyes fixed on the fairy dragons with a little twinkle in his eye.
Do we notice this?
Yeah, he's very obviously walking. He's not trying to sneak away, he's just walking in that direction.
Yeah, I also kind of want to check out the fairy dragons, so it's fine. I might follow.
Okay.
Tiara, Drakar, do you want to go to the tent? Or the staff area?
Yeah, I would be cool going back there.
Yeah, no. Look at all these things.
You can stay if you want.
Okay, Bjorn, give me a dexterity check. Okay, you barely dodge out of the way as basically some other carnival fairgoer backs up in awe and just bumps into you. But nothing of it happens. You kind of see it beforehand, and you kind of like basically like grab them, so like you basically keep them steady so neither of you like trip up or fall. And it's a tiefling that goes, "Oh, sorry, I'm sorry." And then
Cool. No big deal. It happens.
okay, and then the tiefling goes back to watching. He's probably watching the trapeze artist swinging about. So you guys make your way to the fairy dragons. That's basically all this is. There's probably a group, probably a lot of like younger children looking up, kind of like all shock-eyed, eyes lighting up as these kind of miniature fairy dragons are flying through. They're all different colors. They're reds, greens, blues, and they all kind of twinkle with yellowish, bluish hints of light as they fly around, and they have little kind of like streamer-like material flapping behind them.
How big are they, and how close are they to us? Are like they far overhead, or are they flying near our faces?
They're probably flying near the faces. They're probably like let's say like 2 feet long, and they're kind of, imagine like a flying snake with like wings, basically a miniature dragon, probably like 2 feet long, maybe a couple inches high. So it's kind of like a thin flying snake with legs and wings, and they're probably flying around head level.
Well, I was gonna try and catch one on my finger, but I guess not now, since they're huge.
I mean, you could try to catch them on your arm.
Kagdar, do you have Kagnar? Do you have any food on you?
Oh, one second.
Very fixated on the dragons as they're flying around. Clearly a little bit of a glint in my eye, although the beard makes it hard to see that I'm smiling. Let me check. I assume we would have rations on us or something, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I think you all have like 10 rations on you.
Oh,
I do.
Well,
Okay,
then
cool.
I don't need to borrow it from Kagnar then. I just assumed that since I didn't really travel into this place and I was just kind of hanging around this area.
Okay, well, you just asked in character if I had it, so Kagnar's rooting through his pack right now, so what are you doing? Because
No,
I'm
that's
rooting
fine.
through my pack.
So here's my plan, Kagnar. Let's see if we can get one to come down here and land on like your arm or something.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna pull out one of my rations and then break off something on the inside, something red or grainy,
Okay.
that I think would be good for just something like that a bird might eat. Is what I'm going for.
Okay, yeah. Kagnar, can you give me a animal handling? I'll give you advantage because you're using part of a ration. Check as you're trying to coax. Yeah, I would say you're successful. So this, let's go with a blue fairy dragon kind of like sees the food and is basically eyeing this food. I'm assuming you hold your arm out as this dragon comes down, lands on your arm, and starts going at that ration. What do
Yeah,
you all
so
do?
I pulled off my pack, obviously, to get it out, so that's on the ground by my feet. Laid down my shield and pulled off one of my gloves so I can kind of like, hold the left arm out that still has the glove on it, and the food in my right hand, so I can try to gently pet it. I'm gonna reach for it. must touch.
Okay, yeah. I think, yeah, it looks like this fairy dragon's kind of like used to people, and it lets you do all of that.
Then as soon as Kagnar touches it and it looks like it likes it, I'm going in on that too.
Okay.
Because that's awesome.
Yeah, I don't think anything is really gonna happen.
Should I roll an animal handling for it?
No, I'm just going to assume the 15 because that's a good success anyway. So I'm assuming Kagnar has basically this fairy dragon under decent control, or at least coaxed with the basically bit of ration. And a little gnome walks up and basically goes, "Well, you have a knack for that," as he looks at Kagnar.
Cagnar's face is gonna go from smiling, almost giggling, little bit of chuckling under his throat to a serious look all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah. Beast, no fellow beast.
Gonna grumble to himself. Get more serious when the gnome is near.
That was amazing, Kagnar. Your rations must be very good too. Looks like it wants to hang out for a little bit longer.
Yeah, well, so when you got a bit serious, did you like lower your arm, Kagnar, or?
Yes, a little bit. From
Okay.
head height more to shoulder height. Yeah.
Okay, but you're still keeping it extended out for the fairy dragon.
Yes,
Right?
yes. Kind of
Okay.
like I had it propped up where I'm looking at it, holding up to my face level, and then when the gnome came near, just kind of dipped it a little bit, but kept it up and nice solid perch.
Okay. So yeah, I would actually, I would think it's still there. And the gnome basically just asking you, do you mess with fairy dragons often?
Question: does the gnome have the appearance of someone who works there, or does it seem like a patron? Like, what sort of appearance does it have?
It's not a Witchlight hand. It is just a normal fair goer. Probably like common linens. Nothing too fancy. It looks kind of like a normal commoner.
Can I determine age? Are we talking like child, adolescent, adult?
About adult.
Okay.
It'll be probably middle-aged adult male gnome. His clothing isn't dirty. It isn't really clean. Very average-looking gnome.
Okay, as the gnome asks that, I'm gonna kind of lose some of the seriousness and kind of glance back towards the fairy dragon, lifting it a little bit higher, scratching it under the chin, with a little bit of awe in my voice, and just say,
I've never seen one of these before.
Yeah, neither have I, but they look really cool.
The wonders that this world holds that we have not yet witnessed.
And then the gnome kind of like walks up and starts like, do you allow the gnome to also pet the fairy dragon?
yes, Kagnar is going to kneel down on one knee to get it closer to the gnome. I believe gnome height's slightly shorter than a dwarf, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
probably like
he's
a
gonna
foot shorter.
kneel down a little bit and hold the fairy dragon out closer to the gnome.
The gnome kind of like starts petting it, and he starts like being really excited and giggling. And give me a perception check, Kagnar.
Perception. That's deception. Here it is, perception.
Okay, I would say yeah. You kind of catch the glimpse of Mr. Light kind of looking at you, and also like the weather vane kind of pointing in your direction. And that's it. Hey,
Okay.
what are the rest of you doing while they're playing with the fairy dragons?
I'll start sneaking out of the big tent, heading to the staff area.
Okay.
I don't want to go in the main entrance, though. I'm gonna try and fly over some inconspicuous looking side.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Archie.
Okay.
Actually, TR, yeah, if you want to lead the way, if you think you know where exactly to go.
Yeah, was I able to kind of find a good-looking spot when I did my pass over top of where a good spot to fly over would be?
So flying over, because Archie is an Owlin and OP. Now, so surrounding this hedge, there's probably nothing really blocking over it, but there is this hedge that is about 10 feet tall, maybe like 5 feet wide. And what you remember seeing when you flew over was basically the jester walking up to this hedge, it opening it up for him, and then him walking through, and then it closing again. So walking around during your view, you notice there isn't really a doorway, but I wouldn't say there isn't much over top blocking it. So as long as you can pass up in the air 10 feet, you can probably fly over the hedge.
Quick clarification. We're inside the big top, aren't we?
Yeah, but I think Archie and Tiara are leaving. I don't know what you are doing, Drakkar, if you would join them or if you're just being angry.
I'm to Jakar is basically fascinated. Like his one weakness is the to exotic beauty of the different people. So the fact that there's things in here that are not goblin, he's just basically awestruck. Jaws just sort of hanging there, looking all over. The fact that there's a fairy dragon on his arm, his mind is just blown right now.
Okay, so we're gonna the camera's gonna pan back, as basically all of you are messing with this fairy dragon. Whoosh. And we go to Archie and Tiara, who are walking around the hedge.
Super casual.
Yeah. I mean, it's a good plan because everyone's basically at the big top event. So what do you all do?
So, if you can, fly over this, I can probably jump over it.
You're also pretty small if you wanted me to carry you.
Yeah, if you think that's possible, yeah. Otherwise, I'm pretty good at jumping, too.
It's possible.
I'm 100% sure I can, jump over this wall. If you want me to. So, if you want to try to lift me up first, that's fine.
I mean, sure. I will see if I can carry Tiara.
Okay. Yeah. Tiara, you are a small creature, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I think the normal rules are 2 sizes difference.
Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do, just because I believe in the rule of cool, I will allow you with a strength check, but you would have to beat a 12.
So I'm just trying to pick her up on the ground right now, see if it's possible. Nope.
It's not possible.
I'm not feeling it today. I had a lot of cupcakes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't want to throw up
Yeah.
on you.
Well,
So if you can jump.
Yeah, why don't you just fly up and make sure that there's nothing scary over there, and then I'll jump over.
Okay, I will stealthily fly up.
Okay. Give me a stealth check.
Alright.
Oh, yeah. You are as silent as the night. And also remember, this is kind of nighttime, twilight kind of weather, and it's also kind of a little bit foggy or misty. Yeah, you fly over. Give me a perception check.
I pull my hood up, even though I guess my wings are probably white, but yeah. But, perception check?
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really see anything. It actually looks completely empty.
I will kind of hover over there, and yell back to Yara. Coast is clear. I'll stay up here to make sure you clear
Okay.
the hedge. It's kind of wide.
So, I have a question then. So I'm using my. I'm going to be using my rabbit hot ability most likely.
Yeah. You can jump.
So that allows me to jump 10 feet in any direction. If I kind of get like a running start, can I jump 10 feet and vault over this wall?
Yeah, as you can jump a number of feet equal to 5 times your proficiency bonus.
So I can jump up 10 feet.
Use-
You have to do trigonometry and take off
You
at
can
an
use it.
angle so that you clear within 10 feet.
You finish a long rest. Okay, what's your profi?
Do
It's-
right now, so I can do 10 feet with that.
Yeah, well, what I'm looking at is the you can use it a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus.
I've used it once today on the dragonfly.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, if you're okay with this, if you use that and do a dex check, I'm gonna say a DC of like 10, since it's pretty easy for you.
Can I kind of assist as well since I'm kind of floating up there? Just like grab her hand kind of as she goes over and pull her over.
Yeah, if you're like reaching down. So basically, Tiara's just trying to jump up, and you basically try to toss Tiara an extra.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll
got
give you
a spire.
advantage. Yeah.
Okay. Straight dex.
Yeah. Acrobatics. Okay, yeah, you do it perfectly fine.
Okay.
You just clear the jump. You don't really need the help, but it's nice because, yeah. So you guys get over the hedge without basically any incident.
Pretty exhausting. Are you going to be able to do that to get back out?
I have other things I can do, so I'll probably be fine.
Okay. What do we see?
Okay, you see basically just a wheel of a bunch of wagons, a campfire. You do see basically a more ornate wagon kind of towards the back, and that's it. So where do you guys go? What do you look for? It's basically just a circle of wagons with like a fire in the middle. There is one that is more ornate.
I think we're gonna like sneak around the back of the wagons is what it looks like they're set up there to get to the ornate wagon because they're looking for the lost items. We know there's like one toy axe, I think. I don't remember the other things, honestly. But if we see like a lost and found box in the fancy truck, we'll nab it.
Hold on, what are you?
Isn't that what we're supposed to be doing? Looking for lost things?
Well, yeah, you are. Okay, yeah.
I'll check out the ornate wagon first.
Okay, yeah, so you go over to the ornate wagon. Funnily enough, it's quiet. No one really seems to be there. Lights are off. Or flames are not lit. No one's really guarding it. It seems like everyone is in this big top event. Do you try to open and go inside of the wagon part?
But yeah, it looked like the best entry point is just through the front door.
Yeah. I mean, there's only the one door in the front of the wagon.
Alright.
So you basically enter in this wagon. You see kind of two different bunks. One bunk is kind of neat and very tucked in and clean, and the other one is a complete mess. Do you wish to search around? If you do want to search, I would say give me a investigation check.
I'm helping.
Yeah, you can have
My
advantage.
investigation's not great, but it's not bad.
I don't.
Alright then.
Okay. You do actually find a compartment located in a bench. And it contains a tiny bejeweled chest.
I don't just want to steal this chest. I want to open it up.
It is locked. Let's see.
I didn't even actually think if I had these tools, which includes lockpicks, right? It's not Skyrim, you don't have to hoard lockpicks. Okay. So can I use my thieves' tools to try and open it?
Let me... Let me try to see. Joel. I'm gonna say, actually, believe it or not, there doesn't look like there is a keyhole on it. And it's more of a replica of a chest. So it's like, it's more of like a box, that you're looking at. And yeah, it doesn't look like there is any keyhole or anything on it.
I can't open it.
Yeah, you cannot.
Here, I found this thing.
Okay.
The stuff might be in here, but I can't get it open. What if I use my crowbar?
I can try to like detect magic and see. Maybe I can do that.
Seems like it would be cool. It seems like there's no lock. It must
I-
be magical.
I didn't prepare that. I don't have that ready though. I
Oh,
need to have that ready in order to do it. I'm sorry.
okay.
I can make really tasty berries. Would that help us?
I'm very much not hungry.
Okay. Well,
Oh, these are the berries that make you throw up because that might be helpful.
no, they don't do that.
But no, thank you.
Yeah. But
So yeah, do we steal this box? I would feel bad. I want to make my friends happy, but I don't want to make everyone mad.
Well, like, do we think that's where the stuff that we lost is?
I don't see anything else in here that could contain that. We're just off the word of one baby beast.
So this box, it's got some like jewels on it, and it's kind of a
yeah, it's a replica box that kind of looks like an actual chest. But like I said, there's really no keyhole. It's more of kind of just like a solid box.
Do we actually think there are things in it then? Or is it just like
I shake it to see if it sounds like there's anything inside of it.
No.
Is it heavier than a loaf of bread?
It doesn't feel like there's stuff in it. It does kind of feel heavy, but it's probably like the loaf of bread. It feels normal.
well, this is just an expensive thing. But we don't need to pay for it right now.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, is there anything else anywhere else we think that this could be? If we showed this to our friends, like, could we just like walk out of here and like show it to our friends and then maybe like give it back to people? Would that be bad?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh.
We're the only two people in this room right now.
Right, yeah.
So I'm not talking to myself.
You never know. It's sometimes the only way to be. But I think stealing is typically frowned upon. by
Well,
many
but we're not
humans.
stealing it. Like, Ray, we would
just
be like
give it back?
borrowing it, and then like
Ah,
it. Like, I don't know if this like, what did you lose?
What? I honestly, it's foggy, but I think it was a bracelet.
Alright.
This
Like-
feels like not a bracelet to me.
Yeah, but like I can't untie knots, so I think I lost that, and like
Oh.
that could be in there. Also, I don't think I'm very creative.
That's a creative thought.
Well, like, no, but like every time people describe creativity, like I can't do it. Like, I feel like I just do what people tell me, and like maybe I just like margaritas because people say I should like margaritas and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like,
Oh.
I don't know. Like, maybe can you hold creativity in a box?
You hold this box. You feel more creative. Could you draw?
Wait, hold on. If you
An
tell me what to
elephant.
draw, I will be able to draw. But if you don't tell me
Oh.
what to draw, I
Draw
usually
what's
can't
in your heart.
draw. Okay. I pick up the box and I try to draw what's in my heart.
Does it look like blood?
You draw whatever you would normally draw. If
Wait.
with the vague prompt, if I'm assuming we're going for the vague prompt, you aren't creative about it. You draw a normal heart with. That's it. You just draw a normal heart.
That's like what is it? Anatomy? Anatomically correct heart?
Not a cross section of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you attempt.
Mhm.
It looks very functional and not artistic at all.
Okay.
There's-
I would say no.
Does this look creative?
No, that is not what I think creative.
Okay. So then
Would
maybe
So let's explore some of the other cabins. We could keep this with us as we explore, but I don't think.
yeah. It doesn't seem to solve my problem specifically.
I think
This
we
is
would just be
not a
stealing.
bracelet.
Okay, so you guys put it back.
We try and check out some of the other wagons.
Okay, yeah. You look at the other wagons. It doesn't really look any special. It kind of looks like normal, just livable wagons. There's a small bed. There's a pile of clothes. You don't really discern anything too good or useful. You don't really even find like any super magical items. It's kind of like a living quarters everywhere else.
Really easy to get back in here if we need to. I think we go back with the others, and if we need to come back, we can.
Yeah, and we're keeping the box with us.
Oh,
I think that's fine. Like, what if we just be like, hey, we snuck back here, we took your box for a little bit, we realized that it didn't hold my creativity. I'm sorry for taking it. There you go. Like, no harm, no foul. It's not like we're stealing it. We'll just give it back to
Okay.
lost property. They won't even know.
oh, maybe. I don't feel strongly about this, but I won't stop you.
I'll hold on to it. It's fine.
Okay, just because if you guys are doing this for RP reasons, then continue. But lost property is where typically where the items are. You guys are in the staff area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we went to the lost properties first. He's saying we return, like we give it to lost properties and say we found it.
Yeah, we just.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and like we just need somebody to lie.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay.
Yeah, that's our backup plan if we're
Yep.
caught.
Okay.
Okay, so then you guys just kind of try to head back out over. Given your checks, and since you did use the rabbit hop, I'm just gonna let you basically get back over.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say you guys get back over, and you probably walk over and meet with everybody back at the big top, where we go back to
Old Dragon Man.
Kagnar with the fairy dragon, Drakkar and Bjorn. Am I saying it right? Why are you laughing? I don't know. But okay.
Hello. Yeah, you're good. My wife's sending me
everybody.
messages.
I'm sorry, I need one moment real quick.
Filler.
Filler,
I'm
filler.
gonna-
Ah,
Whoa, what do the dragons do, guys?
They're pretty cool. Did you guys find anything while you're back there by checking out the staffing area?
Okay.
Yeah. So, is
Next-
anybody like looking intently?
I think we should maybe show
Nope.
you when we're not.
All
in
of a
crowd.
sudden, the lights go dim again. You see Mr. Light in the middle of the whole big top, and he yells out to the crowd, "Does anyone else have any more tricks they wish to show?" And he looks to
I
the
whisper
crowd.
to Archie, should I show the box?
No.
He
Oh my
looks
God,
towards the
okay.
crowd
Should
and
I fly?
he asks for volunteers to show off a talent if they so choose. Would you guys
Really,
like to?
really quick though, before we do that, I feel like they were gone for a while, and I wanted to do a few actions while they were out in that tent.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So while they were out and we were playing with the fairy dragons, I wanted to extend that a little bit. So I wanted to take that full ration that I broke apart
Mhm.
and open it up and start encouraging the children to also do the same thing and kind of like share it around and get everyone participating with the fairy dragons.
Okay, yeah.
And then pick up my equipment and then put my glove back on, my pack and all that, and kind of just watch them playing with the dragons.
Okay, yeah. So, you're just taking the one ration and breaking more pieces off, or?
Taking the one ration, yes, and opening it up and kind of like laying it on the ground and kind of encouraging everyone to play
Okay.
with the dragons.
Yeah. You just see a bunch of people of all sorts and sizes. You see like elves, gnomes, other dwarves, tieflings, all kind of like, and they're young adult children ages. They all like kind of run over. They're super excited because there's Kagnar there, just basically completely, I don't want to say taming, but you're playing with this fairy dragon. So they all give it a go. I'm gonna say there's about 4 of them. There's probably an elf, a gnome, and I'm gonna say 2 tieflings. The elf successfully does it. The gnome does not. Tiefling 1 does it, and Tiefling 2 gets 2 of them. And they're all like hopping around, really extremely happy. The Tiefling with the 2 fairy dragons, and he has a red and a pink one, jumps down with excitement, and he says, I wonder if they can pick me up and fly around. As he looks towards his other tiefling friend, and he'll look. The elf probably looks down towards you and says, "Thank you, I appreciate this." And the woman gnome probably looks a little distraught, but she walks over to you and is kind of like petting the dragon. So there's the dragon you have.
I want to try to have Kagnar assist with helping the dragon come to her, kind of luring it with part of the ration and kind of see if I can encourage it to also interact with her.
Okay, do you want to give me an animal handling check with? I would
Yep.
say advantage.
Ooh, that didn't go well.
Okay, the fairy dragon's just like, he's been on your arm for a while, so he kind of like lifts off and flies away. The woman gnome is just like, oh, I don't know what to do.
Well, at least you can still see them. It'll be all right there then.
Yeah, I guess. And she kind of like waddles over to the tiefling with the two of them. The tiefling kind of looks over and he does extend one arm down. But for some reason, again, the fairy dragon's just like not having any of this. So that fairy dragon flies away. So there's two still around, one with an elf and one with a tiefling. But you all can basically pet or play around with the two that are still there. Is there anything else you guys would like to do?
I'm gonna pat Cagnar in the shoulder and be like, that was awesome.
I agree. Almost as good as drinking.
Some would say better, but it looks like our companions have returned, so let's go talk to them.
Oh, yeah. Where did they go? Yes. Come along. Come along, Bjorn.
And then, yeah, that's gonna be when you guys walk in, all see each other. The lights dim, and Mr. Light basically waves his hands out, opens and gestures to everybody, asking for volunteers to want to show off anything for the rest of the crowd.
So here's the question: those bugbears that were picking up those big boxes, was that like in an arena, or can you walk up to where those boxes are?
You can walk up to where those boxes are. It's
All right.
so I imagine bleachers going all around the big tent, and basically there's just a bunch of different area. There's a big open circle, and there's a bunch of different areas in that like middle arena area where like there's a section of bugbears lifting, there's the fairy dragons flying around, so it's all very accessible. So yes, you can walk over to the boxes.
All right. I'm going to. Cagnar's going to raise his hand in the air, kind of hop up and down, still holding the shield with the one arm so the strap doesn't fall off his shoulder.
Oh, yes. Over here.
I'm going to kind of jog on over to one of the boxes, and I'm going to attempt to lift it up over my head.
Okay.
Do like a military press, like a.
Okay, so first I'm gonna have you give me a strength check, and then I will give you advantage for it, because I'm making you do two things. Then roll a charisma or a performance.
A performance? Okay.
Yeah, this one does not have advantage though.
Yeah, I'm not very charismatic. Oh no.
Okay. What you do is pretty impressive. It's kind of like you work the forge your entire life. Like you can easily do this. You're just military pressing this box, but the crowd's just kind of like not really into it. It's a feat, but it's like they were watching the bugbears like juggle these boxes. Yeah, does anybody else want to attempt?
Seeing Cagnar in such a desperate position, I'm going to pull my lyre out and assist him with a performance check.
Okay. You give out your musical tune. Because right, that's what you're doing. You're playing a musical instrument.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's very soothing. You put on like the perfect show.
To augment Cagnar's lifting skills, box moving skills. We're doing it like it's an assist here.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna pump the box to beat the music.
Okay, fine. Yeah, Cagnar's sitting there. He's military pressing the box. No one seems to be like paying attention. Then all of a sudden, Bjorn just kind of walks up. He's like, "Let's see, what would Bjorn play?"
Jock jams. Hard jock jams.
Now 76.
Going into overtime. Welcome to the Space Jam.
Yeah, and this is not beat. Everyone's like clapping along. They're clapping along with the beat. They're just as you are doing this, and yeah, it kind of seems everyone gets in like a joyous mood. Does anybody else want to try anything?
I kind of ask friends, can anybody else do stuff with like fire? Because like I would like I can mess around with fire, and if we have 2 people, it'll be like really cool.
I don't have any idea of fire, but I got a stupid barb trick I do all the time.
That sounds cool. Go ahead and do that. Hey,
Uh,
he's got one. He's got one.
I need one of you. I need one of you as a volunteer to come with me.
Oh, I'll do it.
All right, come here. All right. So, can we get a volunteer from the crowd?
Because of the joyous performance, you get like this little like halfling who's just like, oh, me.
All right, come here.
And he walks over very excitedly.
So my dear little friend here, my little rabbit here, he can read your mind. Can you believe that?
No way.
All right. So if you tell me any number, he will know what that number is. So here, whisper a number to my ear.
Okay, the halfling whispers 12d4.
So Jakar, using Mind Link, passes that on to Tiara.
I covered my ears IRL, so I don't.
12T4.
12T4?
I think.
Yep. That's what the halfling said.
Like I don't think this is a real number, but I'm pretty sure it's like 12T4.
No way! That's not even a number!
I know you were kind of like cheating, but you know, like
Well,
whatever.
I put 12 and 40 together.
I get it.
Okay. Yeah, so Jakar, give me a performance check. See how captivating it was. The halfling loved it, but
Wait, am I helping in this at all? I guess.
I mean,
It
sure,
doesn't
but
matter,
yeah. The crowd doesn't really seem to care. They kind of feel like you kind of like took this halfling and went to like a quieter place. Like the spotlight wasn't on you. You probably like stepped 5 feet out of the light, so no one really saw you at all. But it was close.
This work's always better in the bars.
Anybody else want to try anything?
Yeah, I'll take to the air and try and do some acrobatics, and also kind of try and get a closer look at Mr. Light if I can.
Okay, yeah. Give me an athletic or acrobatics with advantage, and then a performance check. Okay, 21. And a performance check.
Played a rogue. I like having like, oh god, such rules.
You fly very tactically. It's
Staring daggers at Mr. Light.
yeah. Yeah, that's what you do. You're literally flying and you're just like lasered eyed onto Mr. Light. And so what you do is very, very good. It's just not captivating. You're basically like flying like straight lines back and forth.
It's like the equivalent of like formation flying, where like, yeah, technically it's hard, but like you're literally just a diamond in the sky. It's like, yeah.
Yeah. What are you trying to ascertain from by looking at Mr. Light?
Oh, just everyone keeps talking about him, and I know someone bought our tickets, so I'm like, is this Merlin? Is this the guy I've been looking for? Like, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure out more pieces of the puzzle, really.
Mr.
He's very
Light.
like reflective and hard to see from down in the crowd, probably.
Actually, I would probably say the opposite. Mr. Light is very easy to spot. He is wearing kind of somewhat of a jester outfit, very bright colors. He's wielding a weather vane which spins around, very, very ornate and luxurious. Dresses very flamboyantly, and he's basically walking around trying to cheer up people, and basically you kind of give me a investigation check. See if I can. You just kind of see him. He's just marching around all over the place. But you can easily spot him. It does look like he is more focused on everyone around the carnival. And yeah, he's basically just trying to put on a show. But you don't really pick up any other information besides that. So I believe everyone has gone and tried their best.
Is anybody else performing besides for us?
I believe everyone's went. Bjorn helped Khadgar, right?
Yeah.
No,
Jack
I
Har-
meant like other
other-
people that are not player characters, like are non-player characters, other people in the crowd volunteering.
Oh, fine. Okay, so this little gnome. This is a very gnome-heavy carnival. Walks up and oh no.
Come on, entertain us.
Hold on, I'm trying to pull
Wow.
up a stat block.
Cagnar's harsh.
So
Gentle with
this-
animals, harsh with people.
This gnome walks up and it has 3 different colored balls, 1 blue,
Oh.
1 yellow, and 1 green. And they're going to fine. Let's see, I'm just gonna roll a d20 and I'm gonna do it publicly. This gnome is literally so stage fraud. It's kind of sad. Like it's one of those things where like you really feel sorry because like this means like the whole world to this gnome as they waddle up and basically they just throw a ball up in the air, they throw the other one, and they freeze. And the yellow ball hits them in the head. The red ball just kind of like flies off into the crowd, and they just sit there and they yell real fast and then just dart away. And that is it. And I think we should take a break right now, because I have to use the restroom and it's the Big Top event. Thank you. We'll be back in like 5 minutes. Thank you all for playing. Don't do anything you wouldn't do. Okay. So we left off where a gnome played with his balls and failed in front of the entire audience due to stage fright, freaked out and ran away. However, Khadgar and Bjorn did give off a beautiful display. Luckily, Bjorn's music was very, very captivating. And as you guys are all basically gathering up again, this bugbear with kind of butterfly wings on and a jack-o'-lantern helmet walks up to you, Bjorn, and says, "Mr. Witch and Mr. Light would like to see you."
Okay. I'd be honored.
Okay.
Just him?
Can I bring Khadgar? He was part of it though.
Yes, you can bring Khadgar. as he goes, and yeah, we'll just bring everybody.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what about the rest of my friends too?
Should we let them go on their own?
What do you guys do?
I'd like to talk to.
At the zero resistance to bringing Kagnar, I was like, what about the rest of my group?
Yeah, that's fine.
We're not gonna be riding anything, are we?
No, we're just gonna go.
I definitely side-eye Kagnar at that moment.
Friends, come with us.
Okay. Do you guys say anything else, or are we just walking straight to the?
I'm so excited to meet Mr. Light and Mr. Light, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, Mr. White and Light.
Which
The names here are so crazy. I can't keep up with it.
It's clear they're pretty good people. They understand strength when they see it.
It's not that hard. It's the Witchlight Carnival, Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Oh.
Yeah, as you guys slowly meander back to an ornate wagon.
You okay?
You
Yeah.
almost killed me. Sorry.
So you guys go in. You basically see two kind of. Give history checks, I guess.
Histories. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, because it is kind of rare. Yeah, you guys will pass. You would notice that these two are, they look more like shadow elves. You have Mr. Light. He is in kind of like flamboyant colors. It's like a white and red jumper with a gesture hat with the three. What are they even called? They're the three like Twilight tails or whatever on his hat, carrying a weather vane. And Mr. Witch, he is wearing a suit and he has a gold chain that hangs down from one of his pockets up into his basically chest pocket. Mr. Witch is a bit more heftier, which is kind of weird for an elf creature. And however, Mr. Light looks like the normal slender, very happy-go-lucky elf. So now, as you walk up, the bugbear leads you into this circle, and opens up the door and allows you to basically go into the wagon with Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. A flamboyant elf grins from ear to ear as he welcomes you into the wagon, a theatrical bow. Please come in. It's a delight to meet you. I am Mr. Light, and this is my associate, Mr. Witch. As he gestures to the stocky elf lounging on the bunk, Mr. Witch nods as he doffs his top hat.
Pleasure to meet you, Kagnar. Forgehammer at your service.
Good, that was quite a show you put on.
And I'm Bjorn.
Bjorn.
Drakar, your service here.
Drakar? As Mr. Light now speaks of.
I'm Tiara Torchholder. I'm a Leo.
And I'm Archie. Excited to meet you.
Ooh, Archie. Yes. Wow.
Can I do like a aura check, a vibe check on
Yeah.
these two?
Give me a insight. Mr. Light seems pretty happy. A good aura. Carnival's going good. It could be going better. There could be a crappy D&D party in the carnival. No one knows. And no, he seems really joyful. Mr. Light or Mr. Witch, you kind of get he's a very serious person, whereas Mr. Light is very jolly and good, and especially with the carnival in a decent mood, he also seems to be in a decent mood. Those are the auras that you, those are the vibe checks you do. And no, wait, no, you all introduce yourself. So Mr. Witch, kind of the stocky elf, shadow elf in the suit, he gets kind of curious and he goes, "What brought you all here to our carnival?"
We're all searching for something.
And Mr. Light looks over, kind of tells us, "What do you mean searching for something?"
This carnival, it's been here before, and I lost something that was precious to me.
Well,
I think we've all lost something that was precious to us.
Indeed. Most of us remember this from childhood.
Mr. Witch kind of gets like a serious look on his face. And he kind of looks very intently at you all. Yep. And he goes, "Yeah, I remember you all. You were here when you were children. You snuck in, if I recall." As he kind of quizzically looks over all of you, you guys say anything after that, or are you gonna let Mr. Witch continue?
Gagnar looks very bashful.
Well, when I was younger, before my beard grew in, I did some foolish things.
Didn't know owls needed tickets.
Mr. Witch kind of looks at Mr. Light. Mr. Light does seem to be a little less joyous. Mr. Witch basically draws his focus back to you all. He lets out a sigh. He goes, "I'm sorry for your loss, but there are forces at work that are out of our control. The wheel of time, ever on, what's lost is lost, what's gone is gone." As he kind of looks at you all, what do you say?
Like, I guess so, but like, I don't know. Like, I think I lost my like creativity, which is like, I think like a big thing to lose. So like, I don't understand. I guess how that's just like a, oops, them's the breaks, you know, like. Yeah, like I guess I'm just like looking for like more of an answer than like, whoops.
Mr. Light kind of looks back at you and he goes, Mr. Witch, I already told you, it's something not in our control.
Control is it in?
He kind of goes silent. And Mr. Light kind of jumps in. He's like, "We can't really say.
Yeah, good thing that doesn't sound ominous.
Is there something we can do to? Are you in trouble?
No. None at all. Carnival's going good, and that's all we really can say. And at this moment, I would say Mr. Witch probably looks towards his watch and basically he looks back up. What do you guys do?
Somewhere you have to be.
No, I'm just checking the time. We're on a tight schedule here.
Can I do a legit insight check on this?
Yeah.
22.
You do not sense that they're lying at all. Well, first, what are you trying to sense or insight from them?
When he was looking at his watch and just being just stuff to do and stuff like that,
Okay, yeah.
Sounds like there's more to it than just that. So
It kind of seems like he wants this conversation to end. But from you kind of get he's not lying to you, he's not doing anything, he's just kind of what he said was true and he wants this conversation to just end.
Do you want to meet with us? Why did you bring us back here?
Mr. Light goes, well, you put on a good performance and we like rewarding those who do good. And he points to his weather vane that he's holding. He's like, this here points to, it senses every emotion and nuance throughout the carnival, and I can sense who brings joy and who brings pain throughout anywhere in this carnival.
so that's our price for doing so good in there?
No, this is what I use to judge whether if the carnival's doing good or bad. But
Wow, okay.
today it seems pretty well off. There's been ups and downs, but I can tell you lot have been doing some good and some not so good, but it is what it is.
I mean, I apologize about the swan. I just wasn't ready for that level of philosophical inquiry from a swan. Most of the ones I've met never spoke before, and I just didn't think that would be a major concern of theirs.
Mr. Light looks at you and goes, well, have you tried not rude?
I'm sorry.
Not this lot. No.
My intentions wasn't to be rude. It was just it was a huge thing. I went and apologized, but I think it fell on deaf ears. So
Oh, Featherine, she just likes questioning things, and I
She
mean,
always
a
been like
conversation,
that?
you always have to hold conversation. And at this point, I would say, funnily enough, Mr. Witch probably looks at his watch and he calls in Burley, and he thinks that, oh wait, no, never mind. He goes, Burley, can you lead these people back out of the staff area? Do you guys do anything, or do you just go willingly with Burley?
Wait, so there's literally nothing we can do about the stuff that we lost?
There's nothing we can do here, no. There's nothing we can do here. No.
where can we do something about it?
And when?
And how?
And who?
Mr. Witch probably hushes up. Mr. Light goes, well, in the Feywild. It's where you want to go. And then at this point, Burley kind of shuffles you along, but Mr. Light just says, "But thank you for having the carnival in a good mood. We'll have Thaco here," and you guys kind of see a gesture, an actual gesture, like behind you. He will make you a balloon animal of your choice. As the big bugbear kind of like pushes you guys out of the wagon.
What?
Balloon animals are reward for a great performance.
What about the Feywild?
That's all I can
Calm
tell.
down, Jakar. We're getting balloon animals now.
I don't think we're getting any more answers out of those two for now.
Wait, what?
I have more questions now.
Maybe we should focus on trying to make the carnival better. Maybe that'll make them come get us.
Yeah, we should definitely speak with them again. I think they know more than they are saying.
I'm a little bit confused. Maybe we should discuss what we've lost. Because all of you are sounding like maybe you actually lost something other than your minds.
Well, like, I think I lost, like, part of my mind. But can you make me a snake balloon animal first? Thank you. I think I lost my creativity.
Literally
Literally just blows the line, hands it over.
The snake balloon animal is the only thing I can think of unless somebody else, like, suggests it.
Could you do a fairy dragon as a balloon animal?
Thaco, or I guess the gesture guard that is named Thaco that you guys overheard, that was totally said before I accidentally slipped out that the jester's name was Thaco. He hands Tiara it has a little detail, but it's mostly just kind of like literally like a flat balloon. He nods towards Khadgar and he blows basically another balloon, and it's pretty well done. It has a little like crowning head. It kind of like a snake-like body with a couple legs tied down and like two bows that look like wings. And he hands it over to you.
Going to tie it next to my helmet hanging from my belt.
Okay.
I'll
Can
ask
you make? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, what is your favorite balloon animal to make?
Let's say a monkey.
I'll take that.
And then so he goes, he
Oopsie.
makes a little head, a little bow shape for arms. The balloon goes down, and then kind of like a bow shape for two legs. And hands you it. It kind of basically it looks close to a monkey, but you also can't really tell if it's just like a stick person. Bjorn and Jakar.
Bjorn over there will take a swan.
Thaco goes. It blows. It goes a long neck. It has two wings, and for the body, it kind of probably makes like just a circle shape. So honestly, you could probably wear the swan as a good hat, but yeah, it kind of makes it. It does kind of look like a swan. Hands it over to Bjorn.
Thanks, Drakar.
No problem.
I put it on.
That means your car wants a goblin.
Okay, so Thaco blows it up. To be honest, it looks just like the monkey. And he kind of hands it over to Jakar.
It looks like the monkey, but the nuance of a goblin is there.
Is it at least a green balloon?
Yeah, it's a green
Yeah, it's a
balloon.
green balloon.
Yeah.
That's the only difference you can really
He
tell.
rubs it in the dirt a little bit.
Um,
Your swan want to know what joy looks like? He pulls out a knife and just stabs it.
oh god. Burly the
Right.
bugbear leads you guys out of the staff area. And after seeing Drakkar stab a balloon animal, he takes off his jack-o'-lantern helmet, revealing a worried expression. He looks at you all and says, "Bad things have been happening at this carnival for a while. People had things and have been going missing. My bosses know more than they're telling me, but their hands are tied somehow. You're the first people I've met who might be able to set things right. Witch and Light are good guys, but you'll need leverage to make them spill the beans." As he kind of looks at you and says all this, what do you do?
I kind of look at Archie and like,
I'm still curious what everyone else lost.
I think we can talk about that at private table later. But Mr. What's his name? Burley. What would you call leverage against?
Well, Mr. Light has his weather vane. Mr. Witch has his pocket watch. As he kind of looks at you all. He's kind of like lost in thought.
Is there anything possibly in their wagon that they would find valuable?
yeah, was there like if they had, like something hidden, like
Just
in the
anything
chairs
in
or,
their
you know,
wagon.
like, yeah.
No, not that I can think of.
Okay.
The watch helps run the carnival, and it would probably be easier to steal. That's the only thing I can really think of getting leverage, but I don't want you to actually steal it. I would like to give it back. But
Or like at least return it to lost property, right? Like if we didn't give it back directly, like giving it to lost property is probably the next best thing.
Familiar with borrowing.
yeah, sure. As he seems to be lost in thought.
Okay.
What was you saying? I was reading. I was metaing me trying to read ahead. What'd you guys say?
What do you mean the pocket watch runs the carnival?
It controls everything. Everything. It controls all the placements of all the different tents and everything. We don't really have to set up the carnival. It's all controlled through the watch.
Does
The
it
what?
control you?
No. Just
Does
like
it
the
control me?
tents. No, nobody.
No, who does it control?
Just the carnival itself. How do you think we move the carnival from plane to plane to plane?
Caravans.
Yeah, like horses.
But like you probably use plane shift or something like that.
What's a plane?
Yeah, well,
Surface in
A realm.
2D or 3D space.
you know, you got
I'm
you
gonna
got the
go into a
Shadowfell,
long-
you got the Feywild, you got this plane, you got the ethereal plane.
So like watches take you between those?
No, it controls everything in this carnival. He doesn't seem like he really knows.
Is there anything else we could do besides trying to steal from them? I don't feel entirely comfortable doing that. I think only terrible people would steal from somebody.
I'm
Like
with you, and this seems like a bad idea. What's in it for you?
He kind of looks a bit worried. He goes, my brother Hurley, he's been missing for a while. Nobody knows what happened to him. As he kind of looks at you all.
How do you even know that they're involved in that? We're missing stuff, but I don't think we're missing anything to the point of like a brother.
Well, no one's seen him. He just disappeared one day. You don't find that odd?
Well, no. My question is why do you assume that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light took him?
Because things have been missing from this carnival for a while now. It's not just Hurley, it's everything. Everybody. Everyone loses something here.
Willow is also very worried.
I'm starting to think that just the creatures are not the only dangerous things here.
The Feywild is full of many dangerous things, but I don't think they brought all of it here.
Wait a minute.
Oh, I'm not...
This isn't the Feywild, is it? They said we had to get to the Feywild.
No. This carnival is like a celebration. They bring some of the Feywild to the material plane, or whatever plane they're in.
Correct. No. I don't think Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are bad people. I just think they know more than what they're letting on. I feel like their hands are tied. And we need leverage to get them to talk.
Can we check and see if he's being honest about losing his brother? Like, if he's actually, like, torn up about it?
You
Or
guys,
he wants us to steal
whoever
shit?
wants to
Yara,
look at it.
can you do a vibe
Insight.
check on this guy?
Yeah, I vibe hard with this guy.
Yeah, you kind of seem that he is genuinely worried about his brother. He has no clue what happened to him. And he doesn't think that they're responsible, but he does think that they know something. And that's that. So Burley basically walks you on. He does look at you all and he does say, well, I don't know what else to tell you. I believe Mr. Witch's watch would be easier to steal because Mr. Light is never seen without his weather vane. Burglagron, the Displacer Beast, near Lost Property, and Candlefoot, and Palasha might all help you. Candlefoot is near the Hall of Illusions, and Palasha is near Silver Song Lake. They're good eggs, but I would stay away from Thaco. He's untrustworthy. And he kind of puts his jack-o'-lantern helmet back on. He goes back to the hedge and opens it up and walks back into the staff area, leaving you all by yourselves.
Can you repeat the names? So there was the person at Lost Property.
Yeah. Oh, I'll just write them in. So Drow, Ron, I believe that is right.
That's the
Yeah.
Displacer Beast.
Yeah, Candlefoot and Palasha.
Candlefoot was by the Hall of Illusions.
Yeah, and Palasha is Silver Song Lake. And then, yeah, we're kind of left at it again. You guys have this idea, but basically the carnival's back open up to you. The next event isn't until the very end of the carnival, which is the crowning of the Witchlight monarch, which Mr. Light does personally.
You're tracking the time up there. That's what the pink dot is.
Yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
maybe we should go to the Hall of Illusions? That way we can
Yeah.
still kind of explore and go talk to.
Is
Out of character, are we away from Burly Barley?
Yeah, he walked back into the staff area.
Okay, so we're by
You guys are behind the big top right now. Out of the staff area, but behind like the big top.
All a couple steps back with Tiara and just kind of whisper, they don't seem to be very cool with the stealing thing. Like, I think, like, you're asking if people will get mad, and I think these people might get mad if we tell them.
well, like maybe we can ask some of the like good eggs, like Candlefoot or Duralground, and maybe they would be able to help us out. Like we're because
Yeah,
they,
John had some pretty strong things. Maybe they'd be able to identify this.
yeah, that would be a really good idea.
Wait, if we're. I really don't want to steal anything, but we already helped out that displacer beast.
They're whispering.
Wrong.
I don't know if we can hear them, right? Can we? Should we do a check to see if we can hear them whispering?
I'm talking to you guys. I'm not talking to them.
Sorry, thought you were talking.
No. Maybe we should go talk to Duragon first, since we've already kind of helped him. Maybe he can help us make a decision on what to do. I really don't want to steal anything unless it's necessary, but like, just especially here in this place. I've already been punished for sneaking in once. I don't want to get punished for something else. What do you guys think?
Is it dark?
I agree. The idea of stealing again. Stealing does not seem good. But I don't know if I trust this place anymore. A lot of fishy things are going on. The animals throw people around, pretending to give rides. Items go missing, people go missing.
Asking difficult questions.
Yes.
There's
Prying
be
at
a
the
fairy
personal.
dragon flying around your head.
Okay. So are you guys just gonna go straight to Lost Property to talk up to
Duralgon. Yeah.
Duralgon? Yeah.
Well,
Duralgon.
You guys-
before
Yeah.
before we go, should we just like talk about what we think we lost? Like hashtag real talk.
We talked about this, haven't we? I said
I don't think in depth. No. You guys all know you lost something, but you don't know what.
Mm-hmm.
Never talked about it.
No, I agree. Little one.
There's
We
like
should
a
talk
little-
about what we lost.
Yeah. We all lost like little things, but like if people were like if there's a more significant thing, like me losing creativity, like that seems like kind of important.
I thought you were
Oh.
joking.
No, like the snake was the only thing that I can think of, and like when Archie asked me earlier, like to draw what was in my heart, and I pull out the anatomically correct heart drawing. Like that's like I'm good at it. I just can't. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. It's quite literal a heart.
Yeah. Like
I mean, this is a really good drawing.
Thank you. Yeah, like even when I was a glass blower, like I'm really good at like glass blowing and like doing things. But whenever someone was like, "Oh, make me something pretty," I was like, "I don't know. I don't know what that is." So
Did
then
you only make clear chalices?
yeah,
Bubbles.
I made like cups and plates and window panes, and they were all flawless. But like, I couldn't. People
did this-
needed to be very literal, and I would make it good, but I just didn't know.
And this
why
all started.
Oh, go ahead.
This all started when you were a child and snuck in here.
Yeah, like after that, like I didn't even know. Like I think that's why I like margaritas is because like people always said it's like, oh, margaritas are so good, and then I tried them, and it was like, okay, I think I like this, and I was like, I don't know.
Cagnar turns to Archie.
What did you lose?
Honestly, not sure. Much more than my bracelet.
Hmm. So you lost a bracelet. I lost a child's toy when I was younger. A little wooden sword. What about you?
Looks at Drakkar.
A memento from my mother. A toy she once had and she passed on.
Hmm.
Wait, you guys are missing toys besides me and Tiara and like items.
Yeah.
I literally cannot smile. It's gone. There's no smiling for me.
Oh, you're being
My-
serious. You're not just a stone-faced prick. You really can't smile.
Yes. This is, yeah. I mean, yes and no. But yeah, I can't smile.
Well, I mean, it was a very nicely crafted sword.
Reminded me of where I was born, came from. Or hatched.
I'm not saying it's not a value thing. I'm just saying it's more of a like the variety is a little bit shocking to me.
Yeah, but
Apparently, other people are missing family members.
Archie, where were you from originally?
Actually, from here, no, I forgot where we're at.
Oh, Sefmont is the big city.
Yeah, I'm from Cephalon.
Sefmont.
But I was traveling with a wizard with the Order of Justice. We were very committed to that cause, so we roamed around quite a bit. But from here.
Okay. I would say at this point you guys get close to the lost property. You guys can either continue the conversation you're having or can begin the conversation with Dire Grelon.
Oh, before we go in, Archie, do we want to share what we did in the staff area?
Up to you.
Guys, I'm borrowing a thing from Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
So, wait a minute. We're contemplating whether or not we're gonna steal from them, and you guys have already stolen from them.
Not stolen. We have taken with the plan of returning.
That's still
So-
stealing. Like stealing is stealing.
We snuck in to try and find our lost items, but this is
Yeah,
all we
but-
could
but-
find.
So you took something else instead.
This is a Feywild carnival. You take something, they'll take something back. Whether you give it freely or not. That's why we're in this plight in the first place.
But that's why we're planning on returning it, so whatever they take, they will also have to give back.
No, that's not how it works.
I'm like 90% sure that's how it works.
You took, they might give you a crooked deal back.
So
You
what?
seem very educated
did
on
you take?
this, Jorn.
I spent a long time trapped in the Feywild.
How did you escape?
Sheer dumb luck.
Hmm.
But luckily, like it must have been with the carnival traveling through somewhere to come here, but I managed to escape like a couple weeks ago from my fairy godmother, and then I managed to pop out. And luckily, I was hanging around with Tiara, but I also didn't know that Tiara stole stuff from people. So-
I am planning on returning it once I was able to figure it out, and maybe this is something that we can use as leverage. And I just
What-
pull out this box.
What's in it?
Is that?
We can't open it, and it doesn't hold. When I do stuff with it, I'm not creative, and it doesn't help me be more creative.
Yeah, you
I don't
guys
know.
see a
Let me see.
replica jeweled box. It's a replica. It's a small box that doesn't look like it really opens. It's just kind of like a replica of a chest, and it does look valuable. It's like jeweled and stuff, but you can't open it.
Let me see that if I can.
I reach for the box.
Yeah, go ahead and take a look.
Can I use Arcana to kind of get a sense of whether it's magical or not, or would I still just need outright detect magic for that?
Yeah, you can
Excuse me.
do an Arcana check.
I was gonna say I want to examine it for dwarven craftsmanship to see if there's any sort of hidden mechanisms that are noted by the common eye.
Nope, Bjorn, it's not magical at all.
Just a box, guys.
Yep,
I don't
just
know.
a box. Kagnar, looking at it, you do understand it does look like there's some nice gemstones in it. You don't really see, it's not like it's a super craftsman thing. It's not like it's really expensive materials, but since you work with the forge, I'll say you can appraise it properly. You would think it's actually a decent amount of gold worth, but that's about it. You would probably think like, I don't know, 30 to 50 gold. It's kind of what it's worth. I believe that's the number, don't quote me on it.
Yes, it doesn't appear to be a chest, more a trinket, a decoration, if you will. Something fine that you would put in your home.
Yeah,
And
but
back to Tiara.
he was hiding this. Like Archie, didn't we find it like under like a chair or cabinet?
It's in a hidden compartment of a bench, but yeah, I think you're probably right. It's just something valuable he was storing in
It's
case he needed it.
it's weird to hide something like that, though. I guess.
Not if it has jewels on it. Like, I don't keep my valuables in the open.
What if it's the
Could
box
also-
watch?
It seems something a little bit expensive for a carnival owner. Multiple gold pieces for someone to purchase this. Something in a nobleman's house. I wonder if this is something someone else is missing.
Well, we'll search the lost and found about it.
Good idea.
Okay.
We
So-
are here.
Yeah. So you guys will probably walk up. You'll see Durlagron just kind of sitting there. He's intently looking at the silver ball that Virgo the kid kind of was playing with, and he yelled at him for it. And yeah, what do you say to Durlagon?
Character, real quick. Did we talk to a Drilla before? Is that something different?
Oh yeah, no, Drilla is the Drillagon.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe Virgo called him Drilla.
Okay.
Okay, so
Um,
this is the big cat creature we helped out last time,
It's
basically.
just
yes, it's the same
shortening
cat.
of the name.
Yeah, it's the same cat.
The displacer beast thing.
Yep.
Do we know it's a displacer beast? Did anyone check on that?
I thought we mentioned it at some point in time.
Manny said it,
Somebody did, I think.
If Manny said it, we all know it now.
but yeah, because the guy said.
Okay, so giant cat. So the Durlagron is the giant cat thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh
Hey,
yeah,
Drilla.
yeah. The kid calls him Drilla. Yes. As he looks up at Huall.
So we were just talking to some friends in this like staff area, and they told us that we should talk to you about Mr. Witch and Mr. Light.
Cat did what you said earlier and snuck into the staff area. We're able to uncover something, and what we believe is, do we know that that was Mr. Witch and Light's tent?
I
Caravan?
would say you can assume it. And yeah, when you want to go meet them, you want to that ornate.
Yeah.
ornate wagon,
Yeah.
so-
So we found this box, but we can't figure out anything about it. We were just wondering if it's significant, or if you could suggest what we do.
I don't know if I've ever seen that box before. I would suggest maybe they'll probably stay in their wagon area until the next until the crowning of the Witchlight monarch. You could try spying on them. They should remain in their wagon until the crowning. So he kind of looks at you and says that.
How long have you worked here for?
I'd say about 10 years.
Are you afraid of Mr. Witch and Mr. Light?
No, they help me out. And I mean, this place is like a home to me. However, there does seem to be something off.
How long has this been going on for, this feeling of things being off?
He kind of looks back down at the glass ball. Hold on. Yeah, mirrored ball. I mean, ever since my cub star went missing. And then as he says that,
Is this ball you're holding connected to your child's disappearance?
no, it's his toy. I have no clue. He just disappeared one day. Strange things always go missing here. No one knows to seem to know the answer.
We are starting to see this as a trend. What is this Fey Wild I keep hearing of, and how does one enter it?
I don't really know. I just stay with the carnival. Usually Mr. Witch and Mr. Light handle all the transportation and all that.
You've been to the Feywild. Are you ready to go back? Do you know how to go back?
I just go with the carnival.
So I was asking Bjorn, sorry.
Oh.
I don't really want to go back, but like if I have to, I will. I've gotta see this through. I've recovered so much from that place that I just want my smile back. And another thing, but that one's not as nearly as important or a big deal for me, so. But the Feywild is just, it's an alternate. Manny, you want to just describe the Feywild so that I don't have to like butcher it, or do you want me to just butcher my way through that?
The Feywild is just basically a copy of this mortal plane, but more fairy-like, fey-like, and a completely different existence.
I said all that.
Yeah.
That was in my
basically it.
character voice.
Yeah. Oh, I get what you're saying now.
Yeah, I said all that.
But, yeah. I guess, yeah, I'll just call him Drilla. Drilla doesn't really seem to really know anything.
Is there like anything else like you think you could help us with in order to get back into that staff area?
What would you ask?
I was asking that to Drilla, like if there's any way you could help us or anything we could do to help her in order to try to get us back there and sneak out.
Give me a persuasion check.
Ooh boy.
A 9. I'm going to probably say I'd rather not get found out by Mr. Light and Mr. Witch.
What would happen if you got found out?
I don't want to be on their bad side. This carnival is kind of everything to me. I don't really have anywhere else to go.
What has like happened to people that have been like on their bad side before?
I mean, they get reprimanded. I don't know if it gets bad enough. They could kick somebody out. I mean, once you kind of lose the carnival, you lose it for a while. If they leave me here, it'll be 8 years before they come back.
Yeah, we understand. You don't want to lose your job. We'll do what we can to help you find your star.
When you say that, he looks kind of happy, and he nudges the mirror ball towards you. He says, if you do manage to find him, maybe you could use this. And he, nudges over the mirrored ball, which is Star's favorite toy, over towards you.
I'll pick it up and ask, how long has he been gone? How old will he be now?
It's been many years ago. I can't. 7 years, maybe.
I will give this to him when we find him and hopefully bring him to you.
How?
Hmm?
Can I inspect this ball? Or where? Sorry, Carrie, were you talking?
No, just
Yeah. But yeah, Drilla doesn't really seem to know too much. Again, I'll just say, like, he doesn't feel like Mr. Witch and Mr. Light are bad people. They're just really on edge, and it does seem like they do know something, but he doesn't know. And yeah, he doesn't really want to make them mad. But yeah. What do you all do now?
Can I inspect the ball and see if there's anything unique or magical about it? I don't know.
No, it's just a normal ball. It's a shiny cat toy.
Wait, so is it like a glass mirror, or is it like just like painted silver?
Like a disco ball type of thing, or?
Yeah, we'll say it's like a disco ball. It's very bright, flashy. When it rolls, like, all the light reflects off of it and creates a little light show that keeps a cub's interest in hitting the toy. But it's just a normal toy. It doesn't really seem. It just seems like Drilla has.
Big is it?
Yeah, it's about handful. Tennis ball sized, we'll say.
I'll put it into like a little netted pouch on my belt. Kind of still see the reflections of it.
So you're saying it's like a Fushigi ball.
Yeah, that's exactly. Yeah, it's a Fushigi ball. You can get it for 4 payments of $19.99. Yeah. Where do you guys go now? You can still explore the carnival, and you still have the Candlefoot and Palasha.
Do you guys want to check out the snail races, and we can hit up the Hall of Evolution and snail races down there?
I think enough of us have been thrown off animals to not get on another one.
Did somebody say snail races?
Yeah.
I'm. My mind is telling me no, but my heart is telling me yes. I am here for snail racing.
Yes, let's go.
Ragnar, come on, let's go. You'll be really good at it.
The snails are like very slow, and you're like not very high off the ground,
One of us is getting thrown off of it.
and it will be so much fun.
Guys, we might not even ride the snails.
Not expecting to ride the snails, honestly.
Well, what size snails are these?
Let's
You
go.
don't
look.
know. You haven't walked there
Wait a
yet.
second. We were talking earlier.
Wait, whose voice was that? Was that somebody else? There's some guy walking by.
Yeah. Some dwarf walks by. He's like, "You guys haven't even been to the snail races yet," and just keeps on walking.
How would you know, stalker?
Well, that was weird, guys. Let's go
Okay.
to the snail race.
So you guys
I assume
all
we're all agree, right?
I think we need to consider something. You, Bjorn, are very concerned about taking something because of the exchange of Fae. However, they keep talking about this crowning a Witchlight champion. If you remember when we performed, they gave us balloon animals. What if we want this championship and we can use that to persuade them to tell us more?
I like that train of thought, and I would like to continue. I would like to pursue that idea. I mean, if they're crowning us, that means that we're bringing joy to their carnival. So we're giving the carnival joy, so they have to give us something for it.
But
I know when we were playing with that gnome and the fairy dragons, that thing on Mr. Light's head was pointing towards me. Let's just spread joy.
That's like very creepy.
Tiara, you should give the box to Drilla.
Oh yeah, Drilla. I know we've been talking about like weirdly right in front of you.
No, I actually walked with you guys.
Oh,
I wouldn't mind
that's
watching the
very-
snail race.
Oh, you're okay. Well,
Yeah.
do you just mind holding on to this box for us, and then then we're not holding on to it, and we like, oh no, you just found it in lost property, and like you just like won't mention us.
We
Wink,
found
wink.
this box, and we are returning it to lost property. If you could return it.
He lets off a sigh. He kind of like, he leans over and like kind of puts the box in his mouth, and he turns around and heads back to lost property. It's a displacer beast. He doesn't have hands. Okay.
Yeah, I know I was very
Can't it not like teleport?
Probably.
yeah.
He blinks. Yeah, he blinks all the way back to lost property, and you don't see him again.
On the way from
Oh,
property to the snail racing,
Hmm.
if there were some kids by the Calliope, I gave my balloon animal to one of the kids.
Bjorn coughs.
Thank you, sir.
I give my balloon monkey to the monkey.
I'm a ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
You know what? If we're walking around, can we quickly run up? God, do you guys mind if we run up to the swans again? I want to give Featherine my swan head thing. Do you think that's
Yes.
offensive?
No, I think she'll look great in it. I think
I'm
she'll
giving
really like it.
my monkey to the monkey. While we're at the swan, should we talk to
Yeah.
Belucia though?
Yeah, we should. But,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that works.
And
and then you should ask her a philosophical question to ponder on her next trip around.
I'm not doing that.
What if you ask her instead of like, how do we know we're here?
Let's just go to the House of Illusion. Tiara's making this harder than it needs to be, and I'm
No, this makes perfect sense. Tell her what joy you found playing with the fairy
Hagnar.
dragons.
You're terrible.
It'd
I
be
don't-
great.
Guys, I don't want to talk to this swan. I'm just trying to be nice, all right?
I know, and you're gonna be doing a great job by talking to her more. I think you'll do great.
I agree. It's settled. Let's go.
I am going to take Bjorn by the hand, drag forcibly. I will do a roll check for strength if he resists.
I'm
Okay.
not going to resist.
okay, you guys walk up.
Deep down, I know you guys are right. I just don't like it.
Okay, you guys walk back up to the gondola, swans. Uh,
Give the monkey the balloon on the way.
Yeah.
Is she giving a tour on someone, or is the gondola there?
here.
Feather, Fiona, feather.
We'll do a
Feathering.
D20.
Feathering?
She is not there.
Where's the attendant?
Yeah, who's the person we're supposed to be talking to?
There's a lady named Noda, and she's the one who stamped your tickets before, and she's just standing at the edge of the dock.
Hi, do you know where Palasha is at? We are supposed to be talking to her. She's supposed to be at the Silver Song Lake, which I don't know the difference between the gondolas and the Silver Song Lake.
Oh, well, if you just kind of walk around, there's a little stone where you can sit on, and Palasha will come out of the water and she sings a tune every so often. It's very magical.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys want to listen to a tune?
She plays right where that giant clam is. And she points to like the end of the dock. She's
Do you guys
probably
want to listen to a song while we're waiting for Featherly?
What's the swan's name? I think we've all said different names.
feathering.
Feathering. Okay. I've been calling her like Featherline or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
I guess I'll just sit down at the dock and wait since I guess we're
sitting
waiting
on
on
the dock is bad. Okay.
Feathering.
Mist gathers at the banks of the shimmering lake. There at center, a mermaid lounges in a giant bowl, singing a glorious haunting song that captivates specters on the lake shore. In response, the lake water coalesces into magical sculptures that whirl around her as she performs. That is the view you see at the edge of the dock of the bay.
Could resist, could you?
Nope. So you kind of watch her sing for a bit. What do you guys do? You do notice that the music is really, really good. It's really captivating, and it's putting on like a beautiful show. Like she seems like she's singing a tune about some Princess Charming walking up and basically destroying all of the bad people, and it's played out in through this water where every note she sings, like the princess swings a sword and it hits another water statue and basically blows up and splashes the crowd, as this Palasha's voice magically ensues in all of the water. Do you say
We
anything?
caught up in this. It's very exciting.
I'm super into this. This is very cool.
Yeah. So you're all having fun, and all of a
Had
sudden,
the score on fun.
you hear, "Boo! You suck!" From somewhere in the crowd. Do you guys want to give me a perception check?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna perceive
Thank God.
that
Thank
guy is
God.
incorrect.
It's so hard.
Oh wait, it's okay. Let me do something real quick.
The Kinku before? That like probably almost killed the dwarf.
I think I saw it.
God damn it, it doesn't tell me. Well, oh wait, here we go. Sorry. Charisma. 3, okay. So Tiara, Archie, and Kegar, You all notice a Kenku.
Is this the same Kenku from before?
Gesundheit, what's a Kenku?
It is a raven like humanoid. It's mimicking somebody's voice, yelling at this mermaid. When you hear the yell, you can kind of sense that like the shape of the princess, it was almost like really clear, but it then like turns into kind of like just a pool of water, or like an actual like pool, not a like a pool. It loses all shape and it's just kind of like a stick now. It's no longer in detail. Everything starts to go down.
Can you describe that pole more?
Is it vertical or horizontal?
It's a vertical pool.
Okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
And not water.
Well, there's two types of poles, and I say them the same way. So
Pool or pole?
both.
Paul.
Pole.
Paul?
Okay, but yeah,
That's a
you
different
three.
Oh, that's
There's a pool and there's a
Did-
pole.
However, I don't think Drakkar was the only one who saw the Kenku, and Drakkar does not see the Kenku now. I don't think he mentioned it.
I didn't think it was you, Jeff. I thought it was Kiwi.
Okay. Yeah. I wrote it down, but I probably didn't see it.
I
So
called
we
it
see
out.
this kink.
You know, I
Oh,
called out
okay.
Kenku.
Okay, yeah. If you called it out, yeah, it is the same Kenku.
Okay.
I'll take off after Kinko.
yeah.
Kink,
Oh, I'm going to also approach the Kenku.
Okay, as you guys go off towards the Kenku.
You guys let us know you're running off, right?
Yeah, it's like, hey, that Kenku was like being an asshole earlier, and I think he tried to kill a dwarf. So we should like talk to him.
I think I'm gonna pull out my lyre again and try and back up.
Yes.
I'm gonna
back
put
up
on my
Lasha.
dwarven helmet off my belt, and I'm gonna put the shield on my arm and come marching up with them.
Okay, so wait, what are you all doing?
The Bjorn is
I'm trying to get the show back on the road kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
we got
okay.
interrupted, and I'm like, nah, we jamming now. So I start playing the
Okay.
lyre again.
Bjorn starts playing backing tunes. Palasha
Hey
kind
now,
of
you're an all-star.
Oh my
Get your
God.
game on.
DMCA
go
strike.
I was singing.
Um,
That should
okay.
give inspiration.
so this would have been easier if I had this. Okay, so after the heckle, you guys do see that the Kenku kind of looks at you all and starts to walk away out of the crowd, trying to basically hide from you all. I'm assuming if you guys wish to, you can follow and approach.
Hold on. How far away is he?
I would say probably 40 feet.
I'm
40
dashing.
feet. I'm
Yeah.
gonna cast Entangle on this
Oh
asshole.
shoot!
Whoa. Whoa.
You know you're in a crowd, right?
Yeah, and they're just gonna chill for a second. It'll be fine.
Isn't Tiara a tiny bunny?
Yeah. Hey, well, guys, get ready for a court case next week.
Oh
You're all
no!
going to
Much
attorney
different.
jail.
I'm not causing anybody damage. I'm just causing him to stop.
This isn't Thunder Wave.
Yeah, this is
Fine.
Talk about a petty grudge.
20 feet away. Fine. Yeah. You cast your gosh darn thing. Everyone starts freaking out as these vines grow up, and basically entangle everybody. What's the spell save? Strength?
it is a
No, I have to be the
It's a
14.
strength. It's a strength.
It's a crit 1. Yeah. The
And that
Kenku
uses its
is
action.
literally just stuck in place. in here. A 13. There is a panic. But the Kenku is trapped in place as people start freaking out.
Oh my gosh, that's the Kenku that tried to kill that dwarf on the dragonfly rise. Get him, everybody.
So are you guys walking over to the Kenku? What are you all doing?
I
Yeah,
think
I'm
we've
gonna.
got a crowd of people panicking that probably need to be calmed down.
I'm gonna try to get to the Kenku.
Okay.
I was running towards I said dash. So
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, a bunch
Okay.
of weeds got up on around a lot of people. I dispel it on everybody else that was not there. And that-
Fine. I will
can you
be.
dispel it? It's a 20-foot square.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's concentration, so all you have to do is focus on something else.
Yeah.
Well, I know, but that would release the Kinku.
Well, I'm like just trying to focus it down to just where he is, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I'll allow it. So, yeah, the thorns and tangle, or the thorns and vines all start coming back a little bit, still centering kind of near the Kenku. Drakkar takes off running towards the Kenku. What do you do?
I try to grapple the Kenku or try to tackle him.
Okay, yeah, you can do that. Since Kenku's restrained, I'm pretty sure you just get a free one on that. Okay, so you have a restrained Kenku.
Is Drilla still with us?
No.
Went away a long time ago.
Okay.
And
So, do we know much about Kinkus? Like, they can't talk normal.
You know, like they can mimic voices and they can mimic, recall things, and they only speak through mimicry.
Blaze, were you asking, like, out of character what a Kinku was?
Well, yes, I'm just going to assume my dwarf doesn't know, but I'm just kind of curious for my own player knowledge.
Yeah.
It's like it was originally just a baddie for D&D, like a monster to fight, but they've since like expanded it so you can play as Kinkus and given them a little bit more. Alex was a Kinku in one of our campaigns.
Yep.
Mhm.
And all I did was make fun of other people's player character voices.
Yeah, that's great.
How very Alex.
It wasn't really making fun of him. I'm just
Yeah.
very bad at doing it.
Yeah. So you guys have a grappled Kenku. What do you do?
can we like take this Kenku to the staff area and let them know that like he tried to like mess up a dwarf and is just being generally unruly? Like,
Yeah,
wanna talk
you
about
can.
leverage?
Yeah.
yeah.
What do you guys do?
Because Mr. White and Mr. Light really want this thing to go good, so like I think they would appreciate us bringing in a guy that's trying to like mess up their carnival.
I think you just caused a lot of turmoil with that magic display.
Yeah, but like I feel like this guy was being like real asshole.
Yeah, but
I'm
you were
like-
kind of an asshole to all these people.
I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh,
Is there? This guy was being really mean to the wonderful mermaid, and I want like
I wasn't being mean, he says, in a voice that doesn't match his body.
I think you were being mean. You booed a performer that was putting on a lovely song, and then you tried to hurt a dwarf.
Yeah, well, that's only because Mr. Witch and Mr. Light won't help me. As he talks.
Cool.
Can you talk without mimicry?
Yes.
Say
What sort of
say what? Say name any fruit.
A melon.
Checks out.
What help were you trying to get from Mr. Light and Mr. Witch?
Well, I made a pact a while ago with Zibelina, who's an archfey, and she rules Prismeer, but I haven't been able to contact her.
Where? What?
What? Who? What? Wait, what? Wait, what?
Zibelina, gosh, the ruler of the Feywild, Prismeer.
How would Mr. Light or Mr. Witch help you with this?
Well, they keep giving me the cold shoulder, and they have to know something. They have to know more.
This whole situation is getting stranger by the minute.
Okay. After you finish that, the Kenku then, in a different voice, goes, someone is going to find out about this. They'll shut us down. We agreed to this pact. Our hands were forced, but our eyes were open. We let the Hourglass Coven take what it wants. In return, we stay in business. That is what you want, right? And just so we're clear, those were the voices of Mr. Light and Mr. Witch.
Oh my gosh. What? The Hourglass Coven?
Do you know who this is?
No, but it
As
sounds like juicy gossip.
as they go back, as the Kenku goes back to the other voice. No, they know something, but they won't say anything. And I need to know what happened to Zibelina and Prismeer, but they won't tell me. And if I ruin the carnival, maybe then they'll tell me.
That sounds like a really dumb plan.
Plan is to steal stuff from
Well,
them.
that's all I really have. Due to the pact that I made, I can't enter the Feywild, so there's not much I can really do.
Want to help us steal stuff?
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah, we've been making the carnival the more we've talked to Mr. Light and Mr. Witch, so we don't want to ruin the carnival so we can continue getting close to them.
Well, I can help you try to steal something, or I can help you with anything. I'm willing to
can I-
help.
Can I vibe check this dude?
Yeah. Yeah. You get, I mean, it's not a nice vibe, but it's an honest vibe. They kind of feel powerless, so they're doing all this mischief to try to get answers. And they do seem genuine about all of it.
Your aura is like purple. Like you're like really like on your last limb, just trying to figure it out, aren't you?
Well, I'm kind of powerless. And it's weird after all this time. It's quiet.
That is terrifying, and I hate it.
You?
No, that is not me.
Oh no! That's awful.
All right.
Okay. So,
First off, can you tell us everything you know about the Hourglass Cup?
I don't know much. It's just what I overheard. But I don't know what it means.
So
Mr. Witch and Mr. Light know something.
Yeah, it sounds like it. I think what we need you to do is lay low, and we'll let you know when we're ready to go.
well, what if we are able to talk to Palasha right after this? Maybe she's able to know something,
Yeah,
and we
but
can kind of build up our allies against and try to pressure Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. If we're able to get 10 people out there, we might be able to maybe that's just the leverage, is getting a lot of friends.
No, I think we can do this without Palasha.
Why not Palasha?
I mean, she works for Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. Why would she help?
Kagnar is going to try to signal over to Bjorn, who I assume is still playing with the mermaid.
I assumed you guys are not anywhere near me at this point.
Okay, then I'm going to go walk over to where Bjorn is.
I appreciate it.
Have you talked to anybody here about anything, or are you just kind of going solo here?
I tried to talk to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, but they
And
don't.
then they told you about the Hourglass Coven, or did you spy on them to figure that out?
Well, I mean, yes, I did spy on them, but they won't tell me anything.
Kingu, what was your name?
My name is Kettlestein.
Epstein. This is. I think we're on the same page, and we definitely will want your help later. But right now, I think if you lay low and let us work this angle, we can come together to steal this. Once we get another meeting with Mr. Light, Mr. Witch.
Okay.
We will signal you with the sound of a crow, like it will go caw, caw.
Like this.
That
Caw,
would be
caw.
your signal. Yeah, like that. Exactly like
And
that.
it-
You're
yeah,
so
it-
good at that.
It's literally your voice going caw caw,
Yeah.
and I
I
think
am
that's
going to get Bjorn's attention and then say to him,
They're talking about stealing again. Quickly, follow me.
so that we can catch up and catch part of the conversation.
All right.
okay. Oh wait.
Yeah. And I would like to disengage from Kettlestein
Okay.
as soon as we get him to agree to our plan.
Yeah.
Um, Yeah. We will agree.
I think what we can do is, if we are crowned the Witchlight Monarch.
Are you saying all this to Kettlestein?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is everybody here? Bjorn, are you done playing?
Is this the guy that was yelling at the magical mermaid?
Yeah, he was that guy, and he was also the guy I'm pretty sure was messing with the dragonfly brides.
It sounds
Guys,
like
this
we
is
had a
leverage
background.
that we need to. This is a bit of leverage we can use. Maybe we can get some answers from Witch and Light. We turn in the bird creature,
Yeah.
and then we see what we can do from there.
Well, so
If anything, it'll help us get closer to getting the crowning of the Witchlight Monarch thing.
What you heard.
What'd you say?
I said, Kettlestein, tell them what you heard from Mr. Witch, Mr. Light.
So then Kettlestein then looks at them and goes, "Someone is going to find out about this. They'll shut us down." We
You don't have
agreed.
to go through the whole spiel again.
I have to. It's cinematic. We agreed to this by we agreed to this pact. Our hands are forced, but our
I
eyes
hit
were
the
open.
skip button.
We live down on a Ghost Covenant. You don't want, right? And it's the same voice as Mr. Light and Mr. Witch.
Even
Yeah.
better, we can use that information to get more info out of them.
Well, you're talking about Black. There's clearly more going on here than we know. I think our plan was a good one that we could.
What was your guys' plan?
We're gonna talk to Palusha.
yeah, if we are able to talk to Palusha,
Then what are we doing with the bird?
Well, we're gonna.
Man.
He's gonna lay low for us.
Well, no, we can bring him with Pelusia. Like, there's no reason he has to go off and possibly run away. Like, I'll go and talk to Pelusia. He'll apologize to Pelusia for being very rude. Let me just glare at Kettlestein. And then
Well,
we'll be able to go back, and depending on what happens, maybe it seems like a good thing. Like, if blackmail is the right thing to do, then we can blackmail. If we are just turning him in and being nice guys, we can do that. If we use him later for some other type of scheme, maybe we can do that. I don't know if we really know yet.
I mean, it's not really blackmail. I say we turn the Kenku in, but it definitely should apologize to the mermaid first.
Yeah. Are you okay with apologizing to the mermaid for being very rude?
And I think that's where we're going to
We
end the
had to do the
episode.
exact same thing. Jorn was very rude to the swan. He also apologized, and everybody felt better afterwards.
Nope.
Not really. The swan wasn't there.
Really.
Yeah, we
The
haven't
swan-
found this one yet.
He apologized to the swans once. So
Roll
we
me a
might-
persuasion check.
Hasn't given him the balloon yet.
You know what? I'm gonna roll an intimidation and be like, listen, that was rude as heck. You have to go talk to this. You have to go talk to the mermaid, or else we can just immediately take you over to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light and let them sort you out.
Okay. Yeah, it's successful.
Yeah.
He goes, yeah, fine. And yeah, like I said earlier, I think that's probably where we'll end the episode. Because it's 5:13, and I know last time we had to end around 5. But if you guys
This
want to
is spicy.
shout, yeah. If you all want to shout yourselves out, I don't know if anyone has to run away fast or not.
It's so weird not being the character. It's like, fuck it, let's steal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well-
as I walk away, I want to kind of grab Cagnar and explain my point of view, but we can do that when I come back.
Well, you guys have all 2 weeks to think of a new plan.
Oh, I just don't trust that Kinku at all. I was telling him a story and getting him out of our group because I don't want him like tagging along.
Yeah.
He seems shady as that.
I mean, yeah, I want to take him straight to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light, but
That's
Tiara was at least convincing enough to take it over and have it apologize to the mermaid.
Yeah. But yes. And I
They're
think
more
we're,
suspicious of the Mr. Witch and Mr. Light than the Kinku.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm boss and give him to Mr. Witch and Mr. Light. That seems something's
You're-
going on with the two of them. That's
Yeah, your
not-
trust would be misplaced if you believed in either of those two, but they have something that we want, so we have to play their game to get it back. But stealing is just not. It's not the way to go for it. I think we can.
Points to 0 the way to do it.
Don't tempt me.
Just because we're going to be stealing doesn't mean we have to go with the stealing plan.
Finally, I can use my OP super meta build for this character.
well.
Delta deal stuff this time. That's like so built.
But yeah.
Stealing for the good.
I summon the Blade of Galadriel, and I do 8d6 damage on an attack. Thank you very much.
Can I end this
Wow, you're
stream?
very
Do you guys
confident.
want to shout yourselves out so then I can shut the stream and then we can have the conversation off the stream?
We're holding Bear hostage right now. This is the
We are.
Patreon part. You guys can sub to Bear's stream, and you guys get to hear
No.
the after show.
And Donut also streams. Tell us about yourself, Donut.
I play games on Fridays sometimes. We're playing We revived Stardew Cast Valley Pod, which is we play Stardew Valley and do our best not to talk about Stardew Valley.
Yeah, we talked about everything else.
I did
Blaze-
turn into a cooking channel last night, though.
It did turn into a cooking. Like exactly. That's the kind of content that we're looking for. And I think Amber's joining us next week. So hopefully she is. Otherwise we have to destroy her house.
Yeah.
And then Blaze
Invited
also
by Pat's party.
streams.
Huh.
Blaze, what do you do?
I stream too and do YouTube channels. You can find me on Twitch, Blaze_Dragon_Twitch, because that's a creative name with all the underscores.
And
Mostly
you're on-
Marvel Feature Fight on Saturdays before we get to do the wonderful D&D session.
Ooh. Yes. I don't think anyone else streams. So, that is it. Thank you all for watching, and we will be back in 2 weeks.
May you find your gnome with 3 balls.
Gnomes with 3 balls. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Lift it like your Cagnar.